how on earth, with sharp knives and hot saucepans and hot plates, do you manage in the kitchen?
Well, that's why I've got you here to do some stirring up. But basically you feel and you do things differently.
Okay.
So when we're working, I'll show you, I tuck my fingers in a bit more.
Yes.
I've got some things already prepared and I guess I go by feel.
Okay.
Because there are lots of chances to hurt yourself in a kitchen. You're working with hot plates and sharp knives, but you've got these wonderful little markers as well when you say you go by feel when it comes to things.
These are called tactile markers, and we've placed them here today. If this was my stove at home, then I'd be able to see where I would roughly put the pot based on where these markers are.
And how much can you actually see?
I can't see you at all, even under these bright lights.
Wow.
I can just basically see the black and the white.
Okay, now you've given us these glasses so that we can have an idea of what you can see. Is that right?
Yep.
So we'll pop them on.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, gee whiz.
And if we were looking from your point of view, Maribel, this is what we'd be seeing at home. That's very blurry. You can barely make out the studio camera. So this is quite a feat that you're performing for us today. Let's get started. We're your sous chefs.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Cool.
so you tell us what to do.
So I am a bit bossy in the kitchen.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Right, because we're on limited time.
Yep.
So we've got the heating on.
What are we making, first of all? What's our dish?
Of course. We're making Spanish eggs a la flamenca.
Oh.
And in Spanish, that's called huevos a la flamenca.
Yeah.
I'm part Spanish, and my mum used to make this for us. It's a brunch dish. Something that you can make quite easily, and it's also, you could do it as an entree.
Okay.
Right.
But it has chorizo sausage.
Oh, yes.
And if you didn't want to use chorizo, it could be totally vegetarian.
Okay.
So you just don't. So what you're going to do now, Sarah, is you're going to fry this for me, and that does take about 4 minutes.
Okay, so what am I going to do in the meantime?
While you're doing that, what happened there? Oh, in the pan would be a good idea.
See, I'm not a very good cook. That's my problem.
Right.
Question,
Yes.
You've got these bottles, for example, of the oil, and it's
Yeah.
got a blue rubber ring around
That's
it.
right.
What's that about?
That's called a tactile marker. And again, in the kitchen, we've got something here as well, Ange.
You've got the peas and you've got the tin of tomatoes.
Has
the same
another
thing
little one
them.
on it.
Yeah.
So if you store things in the cupboard, once you get it home from the supermarket, you can stack things in your cupboards using these different tactile markers.
And you know then what it is.
You know what it is.
Have you ever made a mistake, grabbed the sugar instead of the salt?
Yes. More actually at the supermarket when I've grabbed what I thought might be broccoli, but it was blueberries or something like that.
Yeah, okay.
So, yes, that's a bit
So
hard.
what would you like me to do with these vegetables?
I'm going to chop. I know that people.
You're going to chop the onion.
Want to see someone
Yes.
who's vision impaired.
Yes.
Chopping with a sharp knife.
So what do you do? What do you do to make sure you don't hurt yourself?
Concentrate.
Okay, so we'll stop talking.
So what I'm going to do is just go for it. Here we go. Taking in mind that this is not my usual knife.
Okay.
So I'm being
it
very
sharp enough?
careful. Oh, yes, it is sharp enough. Right, so as I chop this now, and I'm going to chop into little pieces, if you would like to start, you could discard the zucchini.
Yes,
and just you've got
long
two,
ways or you know.
I would think just thin slices.
right.
Now, what you do when you're vision impaired,
Yep.
as you can see, this is very orderly. There's a lot of organisation in cooking.
So you know where everything is.
So it's sort of from left to right. And so you've got a bowl on the left, you can put the rubbish in, and your bowl on the right is what we keep.
Is that what you'd like me to do?
You're fast. I've got to keep up with you. So
yeah, but they've gone everywhere.
Your beautiful daughters, Sharon and Claire in New South Wales, are
Yes.
watching you at
Hi,
home.
darlings.
So
Yes.
hi, gals.
Yes.
It's good to see that you haven't had any major slips with the knife that I can see from
Oh,
your
no,
fingers.
please. No, we're doing well.
Yep.
Yep.
And when you lost your sight, you were just a teenager. Was that scary for you?
I don't know if I would say scary. It was a shock.
Yeah.
It is a hereditary eye condition, and it came out in my teens, and it was diagnosed as retinitis pigmentosa. But for me at the time, I just felt I had to get on with life the best I could. So for the first 20 years of my life, I was very vision impaired. I've lost a lot more sight now. And I just basically got on with life, and I had 4 children, and with their help, they became my eyes, and they did a lot of things for me. So this sort of thing, dishing up for a family of 6 at the time.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
I'd prepare, I'd cook, but often my daughter Claire would then finish off and make sure that we all got even amounts of everything.
All right, we're running out of time to do the cooking. What do we need to do next? What's our next step?
So, how are the chorizo sausage
Yep,
going?
they're good. I've actually pumped up the heat on
All right.
this.
So basically, I won't do all the onion unless. Actually, you know what?
I can keep doing the onion. Yep,
Yep.
absolutely.
All right. Okay. So, and you're so quick, you can do the
Garlic.
garlic.
Just slice it
Will
thin.
people have the recipe later?
They sure will. They'll
Yes?
have it on
Okay.
on Facebook.
All right. So when that is cooked,
Yep.
Sarah, put it back into the bowl.
Yes.
And then we're going to add the onion and garlic.
To the pot?
Yes.
Easy.
Oh, can we smell that?
Oh, it's
I
gorgeous.
smell the garlic.
You can smell the vision
I
at
can
home.
smell the chorizo sausage. I'm glad my guide dog is sitting over there.
Your beautiful
Yeah,
guide
he's a
dog
black
who
lab.
has been with you for a month, is that right?
Dindy and I have just been together for a month, and this is her first flight to Sydney.
Oh,
And she was very, very good.
So onion and garlic into that pot.
Yes, please. So once
Coming
the
behind you.
chorizo out, please do, Miss Ange. There you go.
and the other thing when you're vision impaired and working in the kitchen with sighted people, it's really good to do what you just did. Keep the
Say where we're going.
Yes, exactly.
I'm
Keep all
behind
that-
you again,
That's
Maribel.
right. Keep all the verbal.
Do you want me to put the rest of that onion
Yes,
in?
that's all ready to go.
Okay,
I'll let
coming
you go
behind you
around.
again.
Okay.
And put that in and try not to make too much of a mess and try not to get my
done.
feathers in the dinner. I'm wearing
Yeah,
feathered
she's got
sleeves
feathered
today.
sleeves.
What are you
my
wearing?
best. I've got feathers on the end of my sleeves, which is the perfect thing to wear
Can
when
I- can I
cooking.
feel?
Have a feel. Clop a feel.
Oh my goodness.
We're going to have to really hurry up to see the meal. So maybe
Ooh.
tell us also what else
All
goes
right.
in apart from just...
Basically, what we're doing is the Spanish trio.
Okay.
You've got your onions, garlic, capsicum.
Okay.
You would saute them.
Saute them,
till
yep.
they're brown.
Yep.
Then you're throwing everything in.
So that's
which
the peas and the beans and the
will be
tomato?
The beans, yes, the peas, the tomato,
The zucchini.
the zucchini. Everything then goes into the
Start
pot.
putting it in.
All right.
Is it too soon?
Oh no, go ahead.
Good. I'm going
Go
for
ahead.
it. I'm walking
We're
behind
going
you.
in.
Doing
Shall I
the
cut this?
peas.
Shall I cut
Yes.
some of this?
Well, we're racing through as though we've sort of done it.
And look at your beautiful girl standing off to the side while we're cooking,
Watching so
sitting there
proudly.
like a good girl.
Now, you said it was eggs, so at some stage what would we do with the eggs?
All right, so have we got that other pot on?
We
do.
do, but we're just going to have to sort of talk through what we would do, I
All
think.
right, so basically that can go in the pot as well. So let's throw the tomatoes in. Let's get
Yep.
let's get the scene happening.
big pot?
Yep, everything into the big
Everything
pot.
in,
Coming.
even the chorizo back in?
Yes. Sorry, no. Chorizo
tomatoes
goes
back in?
afterwards.
Put the tomatoes in.
Yeah.
Done that, right?
All right.
Coming behind you again.
Is this what it's like working in a professional kitchen?
Oh, no. Well, there's nothing professional about us,
Be
Maribel.
further from what it's like working in a professional. So if we had the eggs, we would do...
So basically, this would all mix for about 8 to 10 minutes.
Yep.
Okay. Then you would put it in your serving bowls, and I've got the terracotta. Oh, we haven't put the beans in. Throw that in.
Yep, easy.
Sorry.
Easy.
Everything in.
There's your
Tomatoes
terracotta
in.
serving bowl
Thank
right
you.
there.
So, also as a vision impaired person, what really helps is using contrasted crockery.
Because you can see
So
the
I
colour,
can see
you?
this against
Right.
the white. So that's really
Right.
good. So everything's in there. You dish it into here. You will cook the mixture for about 8 minutes, 10 minutes. Then fry the egg, crack it on top of your beautiful mixture,
Great.
sprinkle with chorizo,
Ah, it sounds amazing.
and dish up with some lovely garlic bread.
Oh, all sounds good. Now, you've actually written a book, Blindness for Beginners, and one of the chapters is on parenting,
Right.
you know, because you talked about raising your 4 children. That sounds like just a fantastic book for someone to be able to read.
Well, I'm hoping that it's going to help people realise that they don't have to stop doing what they love. So cooking is obviously one of those things that people really love, but if they're losing their vision, they feel that, oh, well, how am I going to cook anymore? So you would just adapt your kitchen like I've done at home with Tactile Markers. You choose recipes, like one-pot recipes, and just keep enjoying life. That's really what the message
Absolutely
of my
brilliant.
book is
Well,
all about.
Maribel's book, Blindness for Beginners, is available via her website, maribelsteele.com. Thank you so much for joining us
you.
today
Thank
and
you.
for bringing your beautiful husband, your beautiful